Huskers need to prepare better than they ever have for their battle against the Wisconsin Badgers. Similar to the Ohio State game, the Huskers have only defeated the Badgers one time since 2011, which puts us at 1-11 in the matchup since Nebraska joined the Big Ten. That was a home win of 30-27 in 2012, where both teams wore alternate uniforms. The pressure is on as there are only 2 weeks left of the regular season, and the Huskers need at least one more win to become bowl eligible. My name is Viv, and welcome to the Nebraska Cornversation. The stakes are high for both teams as they both are standing 5-5 on the season. So one of these teams will make it to the postseason on Saturday. Out of the last 2 games, this one likely has the best odds for Nebraska due to it being a home game, and there's one more week under the direction of Dana Holgorsen. I believe the Dana and Dillon combination will only get better week by week. Holgorsen was part of the press conference on Tuesday and talked about noticing some potentially promising players who have not seen the field yet. Dana also shared his view on the embarrassing receiver blocking and running backs missing the hole.
As I said, you guys are fairly big kids. You know, I know 17's not a big kid, but he's a tough kid. But there's some good-sized kids out there, you know. I mean, 16, 18, 4. I mean, these guys, 29, these guys are big bodies. I'm like, why are you not blocking worth the crap on the perimeter?
I'm sure this is an eye-opener, especially to E.J. Barthel and Garrett McGuire, the coaches of those position groups. Seems to me he's saying that everyone needs to do a little more. More toughness, more aggressiveness, more everything.
It doesn't work for me. I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Dana said, if there's competition, people play better. If there's not competition, then people relax. I think our job as coaches, especially in this situation right now, I'll say, look, this is what I see. If you don't like it, then do something about it in practice. When you think about it, the payroll for this coaching staff is a ton of money. Add the players' pay through NIL, and we're talking a number that approaches $20 million a year. With that kind of money, this team should run like a Fortune 500 company hitting on all cylinders.
What do you do when you're ahead in the game?
Leo,
what do you do?
Leo, I don't know what you want.
I'll tell you what you do. You don't make mistakes. That's what you do. You don't make mistakes. You don't gamble unnecessarily. You got to protect your lead. You don't go passing from deep in your own end zone. You protect your players. You make sure that nobody gets hurt. You got to use these guys in the next game.
This team needs to perform better on both sides of the ball. How did the Huskers not capitalize on the fumble recovery against USC, or the blocked field goal which they went 3 and out right after? These things must get better in the next 2 games. On the other hand, Wisconsin sits in the same boat as Nebraska, with a record of 5-5, and they just fired their offensive coordinator Phil Longo. They've not brought in a new face, so the plays will be called by someone on the coaching staff, although Luke Fickell did not disclose who it will be. He seemed to not care to share that information with the media.
Just who's going to be calling plays for the rest of the season and why that particular person?
Why does it matter? Right? I mean, the offense will, be run, and those guys will do a lot of things collaboratively together, and I don't think it really is important as to who's calling,
Things seem tense as there's a lot of pressure in Madison. They've had their player-related issues also, with banged-up receivers, poor quarterback play, and they're down to their number 3 running back, Tawi Walker, who's fairly good with 800 yards on the season. One factor in this game that may not be an advantage, but at least it will hopefully be fair, is the officiating may be correct due to the home field. I hate to bring up officiating too often, but it seems this season, bad calls have been a glaring issue throughout all of college football.
You missed that! It's right in front of you!
Many coaches and athletic directors seem to be up in arms over the officiating.
And tell me, What advice would you offer on the present situation?
I heard it suggested a couple weeks ago that maybe the officials should have to do a press conference after the game, and that could spark some accountability. The bigger picture is, though, if we just play well enough, our score will keep the officials out of stealing the game from us. Dylan Raiola stated he expects a big jump from last week to this week. He seemed to be predicting the possibility of winning out, including the bowl game. I love his confidence, and I certainly hope it shows up for the whole team. I know it seemed this way for a long time, but they've got to get it done. The Badgers have beat us more than any other team in the Big Ten. They're the one team that we've played every year since 2011 and only won once. They're like the bully up the block that sends us home crying with a black eye.
Hey, I'm talking to you, McFly, you Irish bug.
Oh, hey, Biff. Hey, guys. How are you doing?
Yeah, you got my homework finished, McFly?
Well, actually, I figured since it wasn't due till Monday.
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think, McFly, think. I gotta have time to recopy it. You're not too early. I sleep in Sundays. Oh, McFly, your shoes untied. Don't be so gullible, McFly.
Okay.
I don't want to see you in here again.
Okay. All right, bye-bye.
Once again, our work is cut out for us as Wisconsin has some definite strengths. They have a good offensive line, which complements a good running game, and their defensive secondary is very talented. I think our number one job is to stop the run, play a mistake-free game, and win the turnover battle. With a strong performance and a little luck, we should get the win in our last home game of the season. So tell me, do you expect to see an improvement from last week to this one on offense? Do you think we'll see some faces we haven't seen yet this year? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, that's all for this pregame video, and thank you so much for watching. As always, if you like the video, be sure to click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell to get notified about my next video. And I'll see you in the next one. Go Big Red!